everything that nobody agreed with, nobody was happy with, and nor did you ever see anyone, because it was all about the way of Muhammadun Rasulullah. As a result of following that way and entering through these ulul albab, they take you to that love and to the ishq of Prophet, and only that love can lift you, not you. And that's what separates us from other people's understandings. We have to do everything they do because you have to complete the fard. But Allah described in the Hadith al-Qudsi, and the one where I'll be your hearing, I'll be your seeing, I'll be your speaking, I'll be the hands in which you touch, the feet in which you move, is Qudsi Hadith. So much so, Ya Rabbaniyun, lordly so, and you have power now of kun fayakun. Means that these are people whom they do all their fard, this is not even a question, but they approach through voluntary worship. Their life is the mandatory is done, but everything they do extra out of love. Nobody's forced to dig holes, but they do it out of love. Nobody's forced to give this or to do that or to serve this. That's just an expression of love, completely voluntary. It's never described as mandatory. It's described that you do it to show the love. Why? Because you want to be from that hadith, and the reward doesn't come from a shaykh, it comes from Allah. He's trying to prepare you for a particular hadith, prepare you for ayatul Qur'an, so that you meet the criteria that Allah wants, because this is the office of protocol. But people get wrong, oh, the shaykh is going to do this, the shaykh is going to do this. Shaykh is supposed to prepare you that you match this hadith. And other people, they're also preparing so that you become Abu Lahab, Abu Jahl. It seems like they work for that. They're going to make you a Lahab, they're going to make you a Jahl, and you're going to be an angry person and you're going to speak fiery and crazy, and it seems like who prepared you for that? Why? Because there are shaitans in these associations. All over the world there's shaitans in masjids. So, oh shaykh, they're in masjids, they were in paradise taking Sayyidina Adam down. They didn't have access to paradise. You don't think they're in every single masjid trying to do something? There's a masjid that they can't enter into, and their job is to do what? To make you deserve a punishment, make your character match that verse, and then Allah's hammer comes flying towards you. And the shaykhs are doing the reverse. So no, your job is to match this hadith al-Qudsi. Why? It's so honourable, it's right below Qur'an, Qudsi hadith. That Allah is describing, all of these I'm going to be your hearing for all of eternity, I'm going to be your seeing for all of eternity. Do all your fard, and now approach through voluntary worship. That's why then we teach you is that khidmat is a rahmah. Salah is fard. Who can tell you if your salah was accepted? Nobody. If he does tell you your salah accepted, he's crazy. Because kullu amalun binniyat, every amal has to be judged on intention. Maybe somebody in Middle Eastern countries, if the police are chasing them, they run into the masjid and they start to pray, and the police wait outside because they can't go into the masjid and arrest somebody. So maybe the person is praying to hide. So prayer and all of the usul are based on judgment. So we're not basing our life on waiting till Allah judges us, then see, oh we passed, we didn't pass, now we're in trouble. You didn't have a backup plan. But that's not guidance. Guidance is, no, you do all the fard. But this secret that Allah is asking from us is based on voluntary worship. Go out and serve, go out do khidmat, go out and give water, go out and bring food, go out and do something loving in the way, because love doesn't have judgment. Allah doesn't judge love. So they did everything and do everything based on love. If they make an error, they ask, Ya Rabbi, forgive me. My intention was based on love, grant me your maghfirah and forgiveness. It wasn't the fard. That has its own rules, you did the fard wrong. Now you have to fix that. But when you do something loving wrong, then Allah is Ghafoor Rahim. Just ask astaghfirullah and address you with Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim. And Allah's Rahman dress continuously flowing. That's why our zikr is astaghfirullah al-azim all day long till afternoon. They say, Shaykh, what is my zikr all day long? You do the awrad, the zikr that's been given, but the zikr that we do all day long in these days of difficulty is only astaghfirullah al-azim wa atubu ilayk. From morning to afternoon keep yourself busy, astaghfirullah al-azim wa atubu ilayk. Astaghfirullah under sifat al-azim, that Ya Rabbi, your azimat, your might and your majesty can destroy everything. My sins are small compared to your universes, because Allah loves an intelligent dialogue from somebody, because this was the attribute of Sayyidina Ibrahim. Ya Rabbi, my sins are small compared to your universes and creations and oceans of power. Under your azimat, Ya Rabbi, wipe it out, wipe it out, wipe it out. And as much as you're making the dhikr astaghfirullah al-azim wa atubu ilayk, as much as Allah is dressing you at that moment with Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim, that as my servant asked me for forgiveness, Allah's reply is Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim, Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim. That's why in these days of difficulty you don't need to keep asking for complicated awrads to recite as if you're going to click your heels and rise into the heavens. They're making it very easy, and something that should be very easy to understand. When you make astaghfirullah al-azim wa atubu ilayk, Allah is now dressing you from Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim. After midday, durood al-sharif, because astaghfirullah was a shower. You washed, you purified, it's the shower, it's the wudu of the soul. Dhikrullah is the wudu of the soul. External people, they're obsessed with washing their body. Internal people, they do the wash, no problem. More important wash was internal. And astaghfirullah al-azim is an immense wudu. Why? Because Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim dressing. As a result of making istighfar, by mid-afternoon they begin to perfume themselves. And the greatest perfume is salawat al-Nabi sallallahu alaihi wasallam. Wa Allahumma salli ala Sayyidina Muhammad wa ala ali Sayyidina. And there are tens of thousands of variations of durood al-sharif upon Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam. Means what? Now you are fragrancing your reality, you're fragrancing your tongue. Prophet described everyone making the durood al-sharif, that puts a sweetness upon their tongue and their heart. As a result of their salawat, their durood and the beauty being dressed upon them, now comes from Malik al-Dunya to Malik al-Hayat. Why? How are you going to reach to the heavens? When the shaykh taught you, there's no action you can do that get you up there. You can get to maybe floor 1, floor 2. If we teach you nafs amara, you say, ah shaykh, I think I'm out of nafs amara. And we say, how about nafs al-lawama? That you got inspirations, you understood what was bad, what was wrong. But mulhama, very few, once we describe mulhama, they're nowhere near that. They're between amara and lawama, where they keep going back to bad and they're under the influences of bad, and they're very proud of the few good things that they do. So it means it's not you able to achieve ranks through your great internal jihad, because it's not easy. So then what's the rahmah that Allah is giving to the servants? Is come to the threshold of Prophet, love him more than you love yourself, listen to their awrads, make your istighfar, make your durood al-sharif, and now they're going to prepare you for the other hadiths in which Prophet gave, and you go back and read the hadiths yourself. You be with whom you love. That was it. That was enough for Sayyidina Abu Bakr to hear that you've released that reality, and began to make like a sama. When the Bedouin kept interrupting the Jummah of Prophet that you're describing all these rules and all these qiyamas and all these things, how are we going to do for this? And summary of that hadith, what have you prepared? It's my love for Allah, and you said, Ya Rasulullah, and say, you be with whom you love. This is not small, this is the ticket in the last days and in every day, but especially in the last days. Why? Because so much corruption and deceit and deception upon the earth, that they want to prepare people that you came to the door, you washed yourself, you tried your best to keep the love of Prophet with your khidmat and your service through your voluntary worshipness. That was the key Allah asked, and as a result they bring your soul into that presence, and that Prophet grab you and take you up, and that becomes the miraj of the believer. Because all you need is to love the right person in life, that take you on a miraj that you can never understand. And that's why all the Nat Sharif describes that. So I don't know where I got this dress, I don't know how I got these realities, because they know it's not from them. They didn't do anything so amazing during Ramadan that Allah dressed them. They didn't do anything so amazing during this month or that month. Their life was not very amazing. So why the Nat Sharifs were teaching that is, this was the concept. They're astonished that their love for Prophet shot them like a rocket into the heavens. Because all Prophet has to do is just grab your soul, and that's it. You're in a mirage for all of eternity. And keep yourself in that love, keep yourself under that love, and when Allah grants that love, you're responsible. Nourish that love, protect that love, encourage that love. Don't lose that love. And that's why don't become heedless. Do your khidmat, do the services, do all of the things that the shaykhs are prepared you for, brought you into that hadith.